Alright, we're up and running. That's alright. Seems to be working. So, welcome to Free Association. I'm just calling this Free Association. It doesn't need to be anything else, really. It's not a round table. It's just me talking in the semi-darkness of my apartment on a Monday evening. Ooh, that was a bit high. So, yeah, it'll start to clip in a minute, but if I talk from here, then I'm alright. Let's move backwards a little bit. That's it. But then you can't see me, so it's 6 and 2/3. So it's 12 minutes past 7 on a Monday evening. It's the 17th of October 2022. And I was kind of messing around this afternoon on a live stream on Podbean, as I do, and it wasn't really anything in particular. I was just kind of working it out as I go along. I ended up having a conversation with a young black guy, and we were talking. Oh, it's called the Great Awakening, this stream this afternoon, and not for any particular reason, just I don't really like the title, but the title's catchy and it's got a lot of baggage attached to it. But Great Awakening is a cat. I'm going to entitle this stream Great Awakening next time when I remember. And do a Great Awakening stream on YouTube. Ooh, that went really red there. So I ended up having this conversation with this guy who's been turning up on my show, my Technocratic Tyranny Blues show, every now and again for about the last week or so. And he keeps wanting to call in. So I finally had a conversation with him this afternoon. It turns out he's about 22, 23-year-old. I can't remember exactly what he said. But musician, rapper, open to conversation, so I'll probably end up having a few conversations with him because he wanted to hear what I had to say. He wasn't just telling me how things are, so that's a good sign. And I wasn't just telling him how things are. I was trying to explain my position a little bit. And my position is basically we all need to work together because the thing that's happening on the planet at the moment is bigger than all of the divisions. So we just need to work together. We can't afford to not work together. So we have to overcome whatever differences we've got, whatever cultural differences we've got, whatever belief system differences we've got. We need to overcome them. We need to put them aside, either temporarily or permanently, so that we can unify against a threat from some kind of AI parasite type thing that seems to be happening at the moment. So I don't know exactly what's going on, but there's definitely a problem with artificial intelligence. And there's definitely a problem with technology. And there's definitely a problem with men in laboratories doing experiments to combine technology and parasites or whatever. Artificial intelligence and parasites. So the world has got a big problem. And if I'm taking the testimony, the analysis of Karen Kingston at face value, then the world's got a very, very big problem. And the only way we're going to solve the problem is to unify without giving up differences, but just kind of putting the differences on hold for the duration of whatever it is that we need to do. And I can't see any other way around it, so that's what we've got to do. So it doesn't matter if we agree or disagree. We have to put aside the disagreements to some extent. Just kind of accept them, put them to one side, and concentrate on the thing that needs to happen, which is analysing the problem accurately and then coming up with a solution and then implementing that solution. So again, if Karen Kingston's analysis is accurate, it's some kind of artificial intelligence-based parasite that we're dealing with, amongst other things. And there's an issue around the Internet of Bodies, shall we say, with 5G and the Internet of Bodies and the way that it's going to be rolled out. That's a problem. And 5G itself could be a problem because it's connected to the artificial intelligence and the Internet of Bodies idea. So by association and by the fact that it's required for the Internet of Bodies. Alright, so I don't know how we solve the problem because we can't tackle 5G directly. It's been set up as structural, so it's critical infrastructure, which means we can't just take it out. That would be terrorism or whatever, so it would be defined as terrorism, despite the fact that the terrorism itself is coming from the people who put the 5G there, which is ironic. So the terrorism is large scale and corporate, but the response is small scale and local, and it's the small scale and local that's defined as terrorism, which is bizarre. So we've got to do it legally, and we've got to do it peacefully, and we've just got to find a way to oppose the implementation of 5G locally if possible. However it is, we've got to do it by lobbying. Lobbying definitely helps, I think. There's a lot of money involved in this, but lobbying definitely does help. Otherwise, the companies on the other side wouldn't be doing it. So political lobbying, turning up at council meetings might be a useful thing. Making sure this shit isn't anywhere near schools will be a good thing. That's got to be a primary thing, in fact. What else we need to do, we'll just arrive in the process. Once the process is in motion, and I don't know what Karen Kingston's got in mind, but for me it has to be peaceful. Even if what we're doing is urgent, it still has to be peaceful. We've got to find a way to block this stuff initially. So block the installation of transmitters and blocking the actual signal. There's got to be a way to block the signal. There's got to be a good, solid, cheap way of blocking the signal. Tinfoil might be that way, in actual fact. So I need to double check that I've got a tinfoil hat handy. And it might be time to start selling tinfoil hats. It might be time to start selling them. Anyway, so that's the place that I've ended up. Is tinfoil hats. Yeah, so that's it for now. I think that's enough.